I believe the message for the church this morning is that God desires to use you. And we, like Moses, we give God excuses as to why, God, you have the wrong person. God, I'm not adequate enough for you to use me. I'm unworthy for you to use me, God. I don't have the skills. God, I'm not a somebody. You've got the wrong person, God. I'm a nobody. Why would you even desire to use me? And so Moses offers God 4 excuses as to, God, you've got the wrong person. And I believe we do that. God comes to us. He summons us. He calls to us. We draw closer to God. And God desires to use us. And we say, well, God, let me give you my excuses. Let me offer to you the excuses as to, God, you're making a big mistake here. God, you're making a huge mistake. Maybe when I was younger, sure, God, you could have used me then. But now, God, I've learned my lesson in life. And so Moses begins to offer up excuses. The first excuse we find right here, well, actually in Exodus chapter 3. Go back one chapter real quick. Exodus chapter 3. Look at verse 13. Moses says to God, because God, remember God says, Moses, here's what I want you to do. I'm calling you, Moses. I want you to go to Pharaoh. I've heard the cries of my people. I'm going to deliver my people from the bondage of Egypt, from Pharaoh and the Egyptian taskmasters. And so Moses, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to Pharaoh. And I want you to tell Pharaoh, Pharaoh, this message real simple, Pharaoh. Let my people go. It's a very simple message to declare. And so Moses offers his first excuse right here, verse 13. Moses said to God, indeed, when I come to the children of Israel and say to them, the God of your fathers has sent me to you, and they say to me, what is his name? What shall I say to them? In other words, God, when I come and I say, God has sent me, and they say, really, tell me his name. How do I respond? God, what if they ask me a question I don't know the answer to? How do I respond? God, I can't do this because I don't know everything. And God, I don't want to mess this up. I don't want to fail. I've been a failure before and I don't want to fail now. And so God, if I go and they say to me, they ask me this question in which I don't have an answer to, God, how do I respond? What if they say, what is his name? And I believe sometimes we offer God the same excuse. God comes to us and we start to offer this line of reason. Well, what if I don't have the answers? I don't want to seem foolish. I don't want egg on my face. I don't want to mess this up, God. And so, God, I'm going to say this. What if this happens? God, you have to have the wrong person because I'm not a theologian. I don't know all the verses in the Bible. I don't know all the questions to all the answers. How did Noah fit all the animals in the ark? I don't know. And so, God, you've got the wrong person. God, I don't want to look ignorant in front of them. Look how God responds to Moses, verse 14. God said to Moses, I am who I am. As we read that, we say, well, what's the big deal? That God is saying, listen, Moses, I am the sufficient one. Self-existing one. You don't have to worry about the question because I am who I am.